Hello everybody, it's Tammy with Stamp and Scrap Tammy. I'm not sure if you just heard, but I just tripped over my recycling bin, so that is about how my week is going. But welcome to our weekly Facebook Live. It is October 6th. If you happen to be catching the replay, that's when this is happening live. I'm making a super cute card today with some coloring. It looks very technique-y, but it's not. It's a super simple card to do with the Nature's Harvest bundle. I know I've been using it a ton. It's all back in stock, available to order, and I'm excited to share it with you today. I've got a retreat this weekend, and this is one of the cards that we are using for the retreat. I may even end up offering this as an extended class for people because the class turned out just so lovely. All right, I'm going to check in on my computer, make sure we're all here. I'm not sure how I'm lined up here, but man, what a week it has been. I mean, I could probably sit here and tell you all stories for like an hour with how my week has been going. Like nothing terrible, but just, you know, it's been one of those weeks. It started on Sunday. Well, actually, no, it started Saturday. I'll just kind of run through my week as I'm trying to find this here. Okay, so it started on Saturday. We had my mother-in-law come over to take my son to hockey because my husband and I both had to work in the evening. And we took him to the wrong practice. He was supposed to go, it's like tryouts too. He was supposed to go to his goalie practice. And we didn't take him. It was like a totally different day, totally different time. I'm not sure what we did. Okay, so then Sunday, our washing machine is broke. So we had to okay, I gotta make sure this is up. We had to, good morning everybody. So you're gonna get a little story time here. Sunday we had to take our clothes to the laundromat and somebody tried to steal our laundry basket. Who does that? Monday was something, I don't know, Tuesday, last night the power went out. Oh, the washing machine guy came, can't fix it, gotta get a new one. I mean, he could, but it's like more to fix it than it is to get a new one. What the heck? Oh, my husband's truck got totaled. He's got like a really old truck and someone rear-ended him, like kind of minor fender bender, but his truck is so old they can't get any parts for it, and it's like the part that matters to make the truck bed work. So, you know, so we got to find a new car. On a side note, while the appliance guy was here, he fixed my dishwasher. Like, it just needed to be like hooked up a little different, so now I have a dishwasher. But all this other stuff happened. And then I had like road rage at the carpool drop off today. So I think what I need is I need to turn the camera down and I need to start making some cards with you. So let's get started. So anyways, that's about how my week is going. So if you're here just for the fun project, you know, especially if you're watching the replay, just forward through until you see my camera in the down position. And then you'll be ready to go. But anyways, it's been such a week. Like last night when the power went out, I was like, you've got to be kidding me. Like this is like how my week is going. It's just so bizarre. But yeah, anyways. So if you want to see, I did make a little video this morning. I haven't edited it to share it anywhere, but I made a funny video. Well, I thought it was funny. You know, who cares if anyone else did? It made my day. About my carpool experience this morning. So if you wanted me to share that carpool experience video, it's about 2 minutes. Just let me know. Maybe I'll share it later this week. It's, you know, I think we can change the world if we change the carpool lane. That's what I'm going with. Okay, let's get to it. Yeah, someone just said it sounds like an expensive week. It has been, but darn it, my dishwasher works now, right? And we do, of course, get money from my husband's truck being totaled, but you know, it means you have to go and find a replacement, right? That you're not expecting to do. So that's on the agenda this week, and a washer and, you know, whatever. But good thing, you know, and on the plus note, I recovered my laundry baskets from the laundromat, so I don't have to buy new laundry baskets. They weren't even nice. I mean, there was much nicer ones there than mine. Okay, so let's see. Okay, let's pause now. Tammy's going to reset right now, okay? Reset, getting into project mode to make a super adorable project. And you know what I did? I left my sample over on my desk. I do have a full supply list posted for you all. It is kind of long, but I wanted to make sure that I got all of the colors that I used with the ink and things like that. So that's why the supply list looks a little long. If you're wondering the basic supplies, those would be like right at the top. And then I did include all the colors I use. So this is a card we're going to be making. This might look very familiar. This is also a card that I shared for this week's Tutorial Tuesday. And I just loved it so much that I had to recreate it. Now, I did change it a little bit for my card today, and this is, again, one of my retreat cards. The original design, the concept that I got for this background was from Rose Grunwald. She's in a group that I belong to where we share ideas and cards and tutorials and things. So thank you, Rose Grunwald, for this great idea that I'm going to share with you today. And so let's see. Let me go over the supplies, the basic supplies I used. The Frightfully Cute dies, I just use this, my ever so favorite label die out of that set. Of course, I use the Nature Harvest dies and the stamp set. So this is a bundle, actually. And then what I'm using to add a little gold speckling in that background is this little element here from the Gorgeous Leaves dies. Good news, everything I'm sharing here is back available now. This was all at one point in a back order situation or not orderable, but it's all available again now. And then, of course, I'm going to pair just a little bit of the Harvest Meadow Designer Series paper for my label there. I wanted to add in just a little sprinkle of that. And then I have got this weave ribbon. And let me see, I have a larger piece of it. I do believe I might need to grab a snips, but what I have been really enjoying doing, so I love this ribbon as it is. This would be great for a packaging or something like that, or just going across a card like so. I have done that. Actually, in one of the cards, I did do that, I think, for the retreat cards. But what I've really enjoyed doing is making it more petite. So I have been cutting it right down the center and making a smaller piece. Of course, that makes your ribbon go farther as well. So those are the supplies I'm using. I will go through the colors as I go. So I've got soft suede for my background. So really, if you want to recreate this card, any neutrals will do just fine. And so I've got soft suede. I think I might make two. You know, why not? I've got like about 5,000 things on my list to do today, but I believe that making these cards today with you is going to calm me down, right? Calm me down. The carpool lane. Let me tell you about that. There is this huge sign. Again, I have a video. I'll share it with you if anybody says they want to see it. I'll share it. Probably not today. I got too much other stuff to do, but maybe later this week. There's this sign that says, pull forward to the sign to drop off. People are constantly, do you know what they're doing? They stop like 8 cars in front of it. Now, maybe that's an exaggeration, but at least 4 or 5 and drop their child off like right at the front door. No, go to the sign. It says, go to the sign. I'm going to take a picture of it and show you how large this sign is. Like, it's pretty darn obvious how large this sign is. Okay, anyways, that's it. See, I need to just stop that situation and get onto this situation. We are making cards now. It's so lovely. Like, can you believe I get so angry at that carpool lane? And all I want to do is come home and play with my puppy cards. Isn't that fun? Oh gosh, I'm so excited for retreat this weekend. I'm like not even close to ready. But the cards are so great that even if I'm only like half ready, they're going to love the cards so much that it's not even going to matter. I need some scratch paper. I want white scratch paper today, though. You know, I've got really colorful stuff out, but I don't want that because I want you to be able to get full effect of the blending I'm going to do. Hopefully this large one is the white. So just, you know, take a look at my screen there, see what's going on. I'll be back. I'll be there when I'm there. Okay, I'm just kidding. All right, this is what happens. Oh, and you know what I was doing like 2 minutes before the video started? I'm just full of it today. Can you tell I've been sitting in a room like by myself for a few days? I think I need to see my people. So I'm just, you know, getting the headline ready for the video. I'm surprised I was even here at 11:01. And my husband belongs to this barbecue team, Dad Bod Barbecuers. Some of you, if you were at Fall Fest, you had their barbecue. So the Dad Bodders, my husband's sleeping because he works nights, and he's going to go meet up with the Dad Bodders in a little bit. But they're catering a luncheon today up at a pretty large luncheon, I think, because it's a couple times throughout the day they have to do like the dinner and the lunch. Anyways, so the friends, his Dad Bodder friends, they just called me to see if I could find a turkey baster. I didn't even know what a turkey baster is. So I'm looking around the house, wondering if I have a turkey baster. And I had to like go in and sneak in and wake my husband up and ask him like, hey, do we have a turkey baster? Because I don't cook. And yeah, we don't have a turkey baster. So that was another thing. Like, I don't have time to look for a turkey baster. I don't even know what that is. Okay, so moving along. Okay, so we have got, these are the colors I'm going to use today. I have got crumb cake, I've got Cajun Craze and Bumblebee. Now, you could pick really any combination. Whatever you like to see for fall colors is what you'd want to go ahead and gather together to do this blotching, I guess you could call it, that we're going to do in the background. I'm going to start. I don't know if it matters. I haven't tried other colors, but I'm going to start. And look at this. This is a stamp that I'm using. So it looks like I did some really fancy coloring there and, you know, but I didn't really. I just grabbed the stamp that comes from the Nature's Harvest stamp set. There's like this little blotching thing here. Now, you could also use this background of the gorgeous leaves. So if you wanted to just stick with one stamp set, you could pull one of these in too and kind of get the same concept. But I really liked the one in the Nature's Harvest. So that's what I'm going to start with. I'm starting with crumb cake, and I'm going to just do some very sporadic, not thinking about it too much, stamping. And this is just going to make my border all the way across the card. And let's go ahead and do another one as well, because again, this is going to calm me down, right? This is going to calm my crazy that I've got going on today. And this week, you know, this week. Does anyone else ever have those weeks? I'm sure we all do. That's why, like, nothing is earth-shattering. Nothing is going, you know, it can all wait. It'll all come together. It's fine. It just all happened in one week. And then next week will be totally uneventful and nothing exciting will happen, which I'm okay with that. All right, so next I'm going to go with my Cajun Craze. So we've got our first layer of crumb cake. Now, what you do want to do when you're doing this is you want to clean. You definitely want to clean your stamp in between so that now I'm not going to be adding crumb cake into my Cajun Craze. So that is, you know, obviously a tip. I'm not sure if that's an obvious tip, probably is for most of us, but it's something that we forget sometimes when we're doing cards like this. So if you're making multiples of a card like this, do up a whole bunch, clean your ink pad, and then move on to the next one. So now I'm just going right over the top with the Cajun Craze. And you can flip your stamp around however you like. And so I'm going kind of over the top, a little off, but that's okay. And let's go ahead with the next one. This is just so pretty. The fall colors are just beautiful. So around here, we've got this gorgeous, I mean, we have many pretty roads that have, you know, gorgeous trees and things. But last weekend, I had the pleasure to be a vendor at a scrapbooking retreat at a town about 10 miles from here. And the drive there was just absolutely outstanding. It was so beautiful. The trees, it's just like in the valley, and the trees, it's right along the river. It was just so pretty. And I'm thinking probably this weekend will be the last of the really, really gorgeous, gorgeous trees. And then, of course, I live like right in the middle of the woods pretty much. We're in town, but we're like in the middle of the woods. So I'm going to have some raking to do, raking and mowing and all that stuff, but that's okay. It's really a great time of the year. Our weather here has been just outstanding. Okay. Now, I did post in the headline, this goes for YouTube as well. I will be doing a prize patrol. How I'm going to do them, I'm going to do group a few weeks together in a row. That seemed to work out really great in September. So anyone that participates in the videos, I will go back after a few weeks. I will pick some winners from all of the videos, the comments, the likes, the shares, and then I'll post them in one posting and I'll get everybody's goodies sent out. All right, look at this. Now I'm just doing Bumblebee right over the top of that. And also, I should just update you too. So you might be watching this. Of course, if you're watching on YouTube, you're watching the replay. But anybody that ordered in September, your order specials are coming next week. Okay, so this is really, really pretty in itself. Really pretty. Okay, but something to add even more of a little glitz and glam to this card. I don't know if this is a glitz and glam kind of card, but we can add a little dabs, I don't know, whatever, of embossing powder, of gold speckling to this card. That's what I wanted to say. So you could just stop here. That's just fine. But I thought, why not add one more fun little element to this card? So all I'm going to do, I'm not going to overthink this situation, okay? So you're just going to go ahead and stamp and go, right? So I'm going to just very gently, I'm going on my Versa, I'm going here, I'm gonna do the same thing. If it overlaps, that's okay. This is just a background. And let's go one more time. And so 3-4 times around along the edges. We're not going around in circles. We're going just along the border. And there you go. Okay, so you can't even see that I put that on there. That's okay. And what I'm gonna do is, I like this container or a container like this when I'm doing something similar to this so that I can just set my piece of paper in there. I've got a coffee filter to catch all the leftovers. I've got gold embossing powder. Looks like you guys can get a pretty nice view of this. I'm not sure why my camera is like, this is bugging me up here, but I can't get it to, here, hold on. I'm gonna see if I can, there, loosen it up a little bit. It's like really bothering me. I'm not sure why it's up doing that today. We'll see. I don't know. It probably doesn't affect the video at all, but anyways. All right. Okay. So I'm just setting it in there and then I'm just going to pour it over the top. That's all I'm going to do. Okay. Pretty generously. Okay. I like to just blow on it just a little bit to get any excess off that I don't want on there. And I'm going to do the same thing with this one here. And then when I'm all through, I can just pour this embossing powder right back into the jar. And you may have different ways that you store yours. That's just fine. There's no wrong or right way how to store it. This is just how I like to do it. Because I like to keep mine in the jar. I'm not sure why that is. Typically, I like to take things out of the packaging, but my embossing powder, for some reason, I like to keep right in my jar. All right, and then I'm gonna bring in my heat tool. Let's see, here we go. And we're just gonna heat that up. And I'll hold it up pretty close for you so that you can see how that changes the color. Kind of like the leaves changing. All right. It does take a little bit for this heat tool to start heating up and get the paper, getting the magic to start going. All right, well, thank you for those that are liking and commenting. Make sure if you're watching on YouTube that you hit that subscribe button, hit the love button. I would love it. Leave me a comment. I will make sure to reply to you. Same goes Facebook if you're watching now, whether live or on the replay. I really appreciate if you follow my page, like the video. It really helps when you do that to support my little stamp and scrap business that I've got going on here. All right, and then we are going to do the other one. So this video is happening live on October 6th, and guess what? Our clearance rack was also updated this morning. I can't believe I forgot that. With everything going on, I forgot that big exciting news that the clearance rack was updated. I have not checked it this morning, but when I checked it in the wee hours of the evening last night, there was some fabulous things on there. I was really excited. I scooped up some kits for like $12. So I'm sure there's still some great stuff there. So look at that. Just gives it a nice little shimmer. I missed a little spot over there. Now I like to go from the top. I'm not sure why. I suppose that's just how I started. But you can also do your heat embossing from the bottom. Just watch your fingers. These things are very hot. You can burn your fingers. Okay, so now let's just put our card together. Actually, no. Let's just stamp these real quick. Let's get that out of the way. I don't even think I brought the stamp over here. I should probably get that. That would be a good idea. And I'm just using the thank you from the Nature's Harvest. Of course, you could add any sentiment. This is a really, let me just pull that in and let you see it as I'm finishing this up. This is a really good all occasions card. Definitely could be great for get well, sympathy. You could make it into a happy birthday. Just a nice, thinking of you, hello type card. But I'm going to use the thank you that comes in the Nature's Harvest stamp set for my cards. All right, so these are going to be the inserts. I've got, again, soft suede, basic black are our main colors today. And let's just start building this card. I'm going to use my Stamp and Seal for my adhesive, which I did bring a refill here. This is getting awfully low. So I've got basic black right on top of basic white. So very basic colors today, very neutral. So again, if you're creating this design, this layout, if you make this card, You don't even have to make it with this stuff. If you make a card like this, share it in the comments. That would be so great. All right, and let's go ahead and put that down into place. And let's do the same thing over here. Isn't that beautiful? Now you can decide, I like it just a little, looks like this one is a little down from center, so I'm gonna flip that. They don't have to be totally centered. I guess I didn't really think about it if I was centering them or not. And let's go ahead and put that down. Oh, so pretty. Just pretty already, right? And then let's add these elements to it. These are from the die cuts. And I am going to pull in my silicone craft sheet. I did share what it is in the like description or the supplies, what I use. I often get asked what this thing is. If you have a catalog and you're looking at it, it's on the adhesive sheet or excuse me, I can't talk. The adhesive page. There we go. Because it's great for using with adhesives. That's why it falls into that category. I don't know the exact page number of the catalog, but it is with the adhesives. Okay, so do you see that? So now I can just pull it up. I can wash that. It looks like I need to. And go ahead and put this down into place. Okay, let's maneuver that a little bit. They are a little bit flexible. And I don't know if you see, I've got a little excess here. That's actually not adhesive. When I run my die cuts through my die cutting machine, when you're running a lot of them through, something I take, you can use wax paper, but I use a dryer sheet occasionally to put over the top of my die with no paper on it. I just run it through as if I'm cutting out the dryer sheet. And that helps those little tiny intricate dies loosen up a little bit, and you can just, and then your dies just fall right out. It's amazing. So that's what that little white excess was. All right, I'm going to do the same here. I'm using liquid glue today. Do you see how nicely that goes on with the fine tip end? There's also a larger end for doing backgrounds, but I'm using the fine tip. I'm not even putting it everywhere. I'm just dabbing a little bit on. So just a real small amount is all you need of liquid glue. It's very sturdy, very strong stuff. And we're going to be putting some stuff over the top of this too. I'm so excited. I'm going to have I'm going to end up with 3 beautiful cards when I'm completed today. That's going to be wonderful. Now I do need to grab a snips. My ribbon snips is like all the way on the other side, so I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just going to grab this one here. Again, I snipped this ribbon down the center in half, so I actually have 2 strips ready right away. But otherwise, if you're working with this weave ribbon, all you do, just cut it down the middle, and then you're going to have double the ribbon, a little bit more petite. I think looks a little bit better on the cards that I've been creating. Not necessarily all of them, but the ones that I've been creating lately, I like it cut in half. Okay, I'm gonna get some glue dots because now we're just finishing up. This is nothing to this. So I'm just gonna take this, I'm gonna leave it pretty large. I can snip it down at the end. I'm gonna put that, because that's gonna go behind my card. And I'm gonna put it down with a glue dot just to hold it in place. That label's gonna go over the top, so it's gonna stay no matter what, but just so it's in place while I finish the rest of it. Now let's take that label that we've cut out from the Frightfully Cute. Now any of the label punches would work nice for this. I don't know, I'm just, if you could be in love with a label, that would be me. I am in love with this label. If you've come to class or you've been seeing what I've been making, you know that, because I've been using that ever since I received it back in August in my pre-order. I just can't get enough of this label. It's on everything. I've cut designer series paper out of it. I've cut, actual labels I stamped on for birthday, for sympathy, for actual Halloween. I did use them for a few actual Halloween cards that I made. I didn't make a lot of Halloween cards. It's not necessarily something you need a ton of, but I did make some. And you know what I'll be doing? I'll be rushing around the night before Halloween, trying to get some treats ready for the kids, for their friends, or, something like that. That's typically what I do. I think, oh, I'm not going to do anything. And then right before I'm like, oh, I should do this and this and this. And then I'm, running around like a crazy person. Okay, speaking of Halloween, we do have a theme party, now optional on the theme, but a Zoom, Kits and Cocktails every month with Stamp with Brenda and myself. Everybody is welcome to join. October's is going to be October 21st. It's a Thursday night. I share the link like the day of the event. Just right now, save the date, October 21st. I believe it is at 7:30 Central is when that happens, because there's a time difference because they're in Canada. But 7:30 Central is when we do that. Beautiful. Almost done, but not quite. We got to snip this down a little bit. Again, I was pretty generous on my ribbon because I wanted to, it's better to have a little too much than not enough and then have to go back and redo it. Okay, so snip that down, and we will have to add some of these brushed metallic adhesive back dots at the end. Whoa, that was a mouthful. All right, so same thing here. I'm gonna go ahead and put a glue dot down. I am just, you know what? I think my mood has turned around. I think all is right in the world again. I think I'm calm. I'm ready to go back to school in a few hours and pick up the kids with a clear head. And I'm not gonna get angry. And here we go. Let's go ahead and put, and you know, I haven't gotten angry all school year. It's actually been a pretty good situation this year. Today, it just did not go so well for me. I got scolded. That's what happened, everybody. I got scolded. But again, there's a whole video on it. I'll share it with you later. Okay, and let's put these right on top. Look at that. So I got the minis. I seem to always have shortages of the larger ones. I think they just came in. I got to get them organized to bring with to retreat this weekend. But how about this card? Again, the idea of the background was cased. I cased, who was that again? Rose Grunwald. I'm not sure if I'm saying her name exactly right, to get that idea of the background. I just love that. I'm not sure that she used the same colors, but this was the combination I chose. So really any combination would look great. Cherry cobbler would look great. You know, pumpkin pie, any fall colors. And, you know, this would be even, you could use this for other things too. You know, if you did it in blues and greens, you could put a birthday cake over it. So this is going to be another one of those simple, successful stamping layouts. I think I'm going to end up going back to changing up the background colors and changing what I put right here. And I'm going to have another beautiful card. Oh, not quite done. We need to get a take-a-pic tool. Take-a-pic tool, brush metallic dots. You can see I've been using these quite a bit as well. And let's put, any of these ones will work. I'm almost out of the gold on this sheet, so I'm going to use these more bronze colored ones, but it still looks really nice with that gold. And I'm going to do the same over on this side, putting 30 on the top and 2 on the bottom. And that, my friends, is going to finish today's weekly Facebook Live replay, of course, if you're watching it that way or watching it on YouTube. I hope that you enjoyed today's video. You know, hopefully wish me a better week as the rest of, it's only Wednesday, you know, as the rest of the week continues. I'm sure it's going to be fabulous because I am heading off tomorrow for, it is retreat week, to go stamping with all kinds of friends and customers over in Waterville, Minnesota. So really looking forward to that. But so I'm sure things are going to turn around. I think my husband's going shopping for a new washing machine. He's going shopping for a new truck. You know, it's going to be like a whole new house over here. All right, everybody. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed. I certainly had a wonderful time sharing with you today. I'll be back next Wednesday. It will be October 13th. Plan is for 11 a.m. Central Time on Wednesday the 13th. All right, everybody, have a great week. Contact me if you have any questions or need ordering assistance or help signing up for a class. Take care. See you later.